Alright, talking through a start sequence. So here's our two buoys for our start line. Here's our wind, so our windward mark is somewhere up that way. So what are we trying to do while we're waiting for this to happen? So we talked through a few things. We know that we want to start our race on starboard tack. So here we are on starboard tack. If we are on port tack, then we have to give way to any boats on starboard. So if we come up like this, if we're the blue boat, we have to go behind or tack in front of this yellow boat, and either one of which we know slows us down. So we don't want to have to do that. We want to be able to come in on starboard tack and not have to worry about anybody else coming through. So that's one thing we want to do, right? Another thing is think about where we are in relation to how much time we have left. So if it's 30 seconds until the start goes, we've just heard those 3 short whistles, we probably don't want to be over on this left side, right? Because we know that we're going to have to, if we want to get on starboard tack, we'd have to go all the way this way and then do our tack, right? And that's not a lot of time to be able to do that. So if we're here at 30 seconds, then we're not going to have a lot of time to go this way and then tack onto starboard. So we want to be working our way over to this right side as we're facing upwind, the right side of the start line, so that when we're at about a minute until our start, we can be right here, and we know we have worked on our speed control so we can have our boat going nice and slow, almost stopping, moving around, slowly moving up. And so as we get to 30 seconds left, 20 seconds left, 10 seconds left, we're slowly moving this way, still on starboard tack. And then as we get to our last 10 seconds or last 5 seconds, we're starting to pull our sails in, make the boat move, and get up to going as fast as we can. And then when the long start whistle goes, we can head up across that line. What we don't want to do is go way down here, way down off the screen, way down below the line, away from the wind, right? We've got our wind coming down, so this is upwind, down here is downwind. We don't want to sail downwind because it's very easy to go there in a straight line, but it's difficult to have to sail back upwind, doing our zigzags, get all the way back up there. It takes a lot longer than we think, right? So if we go that way, we find ourselves down here with a minute left until the line. It might take us the whole minute just to get somewhere up here, and then we haven't even been able to think about where we want to go on the line. So we want to make sure we don't sail way downwind. We also don't want to go way off to one side or off to the other side for the same reason, right? If we go out, we sail for a minute and then think, oh, I can just sail back for another minute. What if we were sailing in a big puff, going real fast, and then the puff goes away, and as we're trying to come back, we're going a lot slower, and so we just don't get to the start line because we just ran out of time, all right? So we want to make sure we don't go very far away in any direction from the line. Now the other thing we wanted to mention is just starting to think more about our basic right-of-way rules, right? So we know one of them is a port tack boat has to give way to a starboard tack boat. So like we mentioned earlier here, if we're the yellow boat, we're on port tack. We're the blue boat, we're on starboard tack. Starboard tack has right-of-way. So that means if you're the yellow boat, you have to get out of the way. You can't keep going straight. We were seeing a lot yesterday. A lot of things were happening like this where somebody's moving and somebody gets out of the way, and sometimes it was the right boat, sometimes it was the boat that shouldn't have had to move.